Yesterday, we talked about solving systems of equation using graphing. Today, we are going to determine how we can solve systems of equations using elimination. What does the word elimination mean? It means to remove or get rid of something. You should write that on your paper. Eliminating one of the variables in a system allows us to solve the system. We eliminate a variable by adding our equations together. If one of the variables has the same coefficient, but with a different sign, that variable will be eliminated when the coefficients are added. So here my coefficient is 7, my variable is x. If I want to eliminate this, I would have to add negative 7x. When I do that, I get 0. So I've eliminated it. This is what we're going to do today. So, first example, case number 1. One of the variables already has the same coefficient, but we have different signs. So you'll see here I have a negative y and I have a positive y. So all I have to do for this is add these together. 2x plus 2x is 4x. Negative y plus y gives me 0. And I have 2 plus 6, which is 8. Using algebra, I'm going to divide both of these sides by 4. X equals 2. So now all I have to do is pick an equation and substitute the x back into the equation. So 2 times 2 minus y equals 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Minus y equals 2. I have to subtract 4 from both sides. So negative y equals negative 2. Can't have a negative y, so y is going to equal 2. So we found out what y is, but you know from yesterday that we need to determine x and y to find the point where these two lines intersect. So I'm going to take my y and I'm going to put it back into my equation. 2x minus 2 equals 2. I have to add 2 to both sides. 2x, this cancels out, equals 4. Divide both sides by 2. So x equals 2. My solution for this system is 2, 2. So at 2, 2, these lines will intersect. All right, let's try another one. Example number 2. One of the variables has the same coefficient with the same sign. So here I have plus x and plus x. So for this example, I'm going to have to multiply the top or the bottom, I'm just choosing the top, by a negative. When I multiply by a negative, I change the sign of every property. So for this, I'm going to have negative 2y minus x equals negative 12. So everything became negative because everything was positive. Since I wrote that right underneath the first equation, I'm just going to combine these together. Negative 3y plus negative 2y is negative 5y. Plus x minus x gives me 0. That cancels out. 2 minus 12 is negative 10. So now I have to divide both sides by negative 5. So that means that y equals 2. Now I got to figure out what x is. So I'm going to substitute that 2 back in for y. And I'm going to use my original equation. So I'm going to use the top one again. 2 times 2 plus x equals 12. 2 times 2 is 4 plus x equals 12. Subtract 4 from both sides. I get x equals 8. My solution is 8, because x is 8, comma 2. Remember, it's always xy when you're writing an ordered pair. The one thing I didn't do is check to see that this solution is correct. So it's very easy to check. I'm going to just substitute my ordered pair back into my original equation. So where the y was, I'm going to put 2. Where the x was, I'm going to put 8 equals 12. So 2 times 2 is 4 plus 8 equals 12. 8 plus 4 is 12. 12 equals 12. It checks. That is the right solution. And you only have to check one of your equations. If it works, then you're good. Okay, watch the second video and you will see solutions to the next 2 cases.